mouthing over baits, and this is where this one comes into its own. Like I say, in the winter time, over snags or over hemp, literally, it's in the mouth, it's all done. And if it flips as fast as a braided rig, you know the mechanics, you should hook the fish in the bottom lip. Happy days, it's caught me a lot of fish, and it will catch a lot of fish. But just to, you know, I've used the stiff rig without the benefits of fixing the hook like that and then the tubing, and it's still caught fish, but it's caught them randomly in the scissors, at the top of the mouth. This one is aimed to catch them in the fleshy part of the bottom lip, and it will give you a better secure hook hold, and it'll also, mechanically, it'll up the amount of takes you get. And that is the flipping stiff rig. Right, this rig is a replication of an old rig called the swimmer rig. Used to catch an awful lot of fish. It's probably not the most complicated rig to tie. I'm using the Hyperlink Pro with this one, and you'll see why. It's got lots of benefits. This is the one with the fluorocarbon that runs through its core. All we're going to do on this particular rig is poke out about probably 3 inches of the fluorocarbon. It's as simple as that. Cut the fluorocarbon off, and make sure you hold it near the end, because you don't want it sliding out the wrong end, if you know what I mean. So now what we're doing is we've created there a hinge part, okay? We may have to take a little bit more of the centre part out, just depends how good this knot goes. You're taking the Nash ring, just a round ring, and tying it to a 4-turn grinner knot. And that's all you need. There's not a lot of pressure going to be on the knot of the ring, and you'll see why, because it's actually going through the hook. So we do that 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Get hold of the little ring, pull the knot up, and then gently start to slide it down. And you will need a baiting needle or some kind of instrument to put through the little ring to actually get this. It's quite important that you get the knot really, really tight. It's quite a crucial part of the rig, so that knot has to be really tight up against the ring. Chop off the tag end. Simple as that. So all you've got is a supple part of the Hyperlink Pro with a ring tied to it. So the next thing we do is we take our hook and we thread through the back of the eye the Hyperlink Pro. You'll notice we've still got that supple part, and we're going to pull the ring quite close down to the bottom of the hook. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping the supple part around the knot. And then once we've got 4 or 5 turns, take a few underneath. It's almost like my basic complicated rig. And we've still got the supple part there. Poke that through, back through the eye of the hook. And as you can see, we've created a lovely little ring right close down to the eye of the hook. And what this tends to do is, as you can see, it drops. So when the fish take it in, it's going to claw along the bottom of the fish's mouth. And that's the whole idea. You can fish this one very close to the bottom, so you're almost fishing a bottom bait. And we've got that nice little flexible part for the pop-up, so it's only going to sit ½ an inch up off the bottom. So that's basically the rig tied. Put on your ring swivel. I'll probably make this one about 8 inches. Depends what you're fishing over, but if it's nice clear, I would say 8 inches is perfect. Through the ring swivel, and I go through the knot again. Nice little loop, and then 1, 2, 3 times around there. I've closed that loop up a little bit too small, but I think we'll get that through. That's it. And then just ease that down, nice and gently. Get hold of the two and pull the knot nice and tight. And the tag end. And we formed a lovely little loop. Chop off your tag end. And all we're ready to do now is pull the little ring up a little bit so it's sitting away from the hook. As you can see there, that's running parallel with the hook. Just take a little piece of super glue and just dab either side. Careful not to put too much on because it will come through the eye of the hook and make the supple part stiff. So you don't want that. You want it to be supple. Yeah, so basically once you've put the loop in position, you've got your nice loop to your ring swivel. That can go into a lead clip or a helicopter rig, whatever sort of lead setup style you like. And as you can see, the way that drops that's the whole idea of it. So it drops in the bottom lip. We'll secure the bait to it. Yet again, it's a pop-up. You can use that with a bottom bait. It will work mechanically better with a pop-up. So I'm securing it just with a loop knot to the pop-up. Pull it up as tight to the ring as you can go. Secure it on twice, like so. Right, trim off your tag end, and there you go. You've got a lovely little swimmer rig. The only thing that you need to put on now is a split shot. Depending on the size of the boiler you use, I know a size 1 will hold these 14mm ones down. The Hyperlink Pro is a really rigid material. It's so you can put that straight onto the hook link, and then you've got a lovely tiny little rig. It's very cute. You know, you've got wary carp that, you know, they don't want to pop up, you know, sort of 2-3 inches off the bottom. That will just hang down there, and that, as you can see, that hook. And the idea is that it swims around, getting hold of the bottom lip. And that's why it was called originally the swimmer rig. And that, once you've steamed this straight, literally, I don't need to show you that. You can just hold that, steam it straight, because it's got fluorocarbon inside it. You've got a hinged stiff rig that's got a pop-up and a hook that just sort of hangs down. It's a difficult one for a carp to deal with, and I've caught lots and lots of fish on this one, you know, and I've used it with other materials, but this is probably the best material to use it with because you've got all the stiff element and the supple all built into one hook link that's not going to peel off, and, you know, you can use that again and again. Tie on your new bait and off you go, and that is the modern swimmer rig.